Okay guys, well, welcome to a new overview of the Heroes and Generals Manager. Been working a little bit on, how must I say, yeah, the collecting of the current game state, let me say. Yeah, so when you're playing the game and you're earning some credits, war funds, if you play on the war map, and then you can enter that into the application, and yeah, saving is not available at the moment, but I really need to start working on that part, because now I added to a list. So we're gonna take a look at the current workflow, what we got until today. So I'm going to open the laptop. Welcome guys to another clip of the Heroes and Generals Manager. We're gonna do a overview of what we got until now. I did a little bit work, so yeah, we can now have a little workflow, like in adding values from the game. No, not you need to enter it manually. It's not connected to the game, but we're gonna take a look at it. So I'm gonna launch it. So yeah, normally you have like a splash screen, and that I need to do, but that's just fantasy. The functionality needs to be okay. Okay, we need to. Now you come to the first time run. So this is the first element you will see. We're going to just do a fiction numbering in it. I mean, leave the clan open. Call myself Jeff. I'm from US. I have one rank, and one rank. Hold on, I'm going to take a general also. I have no paras, I have no recon, I have no tank man, no pilot, and I have 2 guard units on the US faction. Now it sets everything, so now when you go in, yeah, those two buttons are not working. Then we have the info page, where you can look at the icons. The private is this icon for the US faction, for the German faction, for the Soviet faction. Then you have like the icons of the characters, the icons of the soul teams on the info page. Then you have your factions, so then you can select the faction, check how many soul teams you have. In this case we have 2 guards. This is not working yet. Then the characters, how many characters we got in overall. It's 2. We have 1 infantry and 1 general. We need to close this first. And then we have no assault teams on the German faction. We only have 1 infantry, and the same for the Soviet. Then we're going to check on the characters. Voila, we have 2 characters. You can rank them up, change the name, switch career in gold. Same on this guy, but the switch career will not work, only the renaming and the leveling up until army general of the army. On the, you see, then we go into the assault teams. Here we have only the people that have command points, so this have command points. Here you see the faction assault teams available for deployment. I'm gonna select this guy, I'm gonna deploy. Then this guy is selected. I can show the list of the deployments. Then I'm gonna close this. Then that is the same. Yeah, we close this. Then I'm going to go to the cast, and then I'm gonna load in the current war. And now we're going to start playing the game. Yeah, we do a quick depot. We earn like 1500 credits. It was a war session. You got like 500 war funds. We're gonna add them. And then we had like 800 repair cost of the weaponry and the vehicles. We're gonna add that, and then yeah, okay, you can start filling in everything. You can also buy equipment, enter the amount that you had to pay for it in credit or in gold. It will all be directly uh, calculated in the currencies above. Then okay, the war is ended. We're going now to start a new war. Then it's automatically we're gonna select the new war. So now the new war is selected. This I need to modify because this is okay. The system behind is okay, but it's not in the proper place. This needs to be on the graphic so that you have like two of these and then or three maybe then and then you load the three selected wars in and then it start showing you the graphic. But okay, that is but yeah, it's doing what it needs to be done. So now I have the new war selected to show you that it's going to work. It's like I'm going to add yeah the crazy amount to it, and I'm going to because I was willing to buy a general, I am adding some gold. Voila, I add my gold and we're gonna do a new war. So now we have like the first war, the last war and the current war. So okay, I'm gonna load in the current war. Then the current war are made like no, this will not work, and I'm gonna show you. You see, it will not work because you don't have enough credits. Take it 2500 then, just to have a different numbering and then I can go back. I go back, I go to assault teams because assault teams is buy with Warfront, and voila, buy me a. Oh, you see here we have the problem because I did not enter the currency check in it. So you go minus uh, minus in value that I need to change. Okay, but what was it? Minus 2000. So hold on, we're gonna do 23. 1, 2, 3. One more. Voila. So now we have a different, and we're gonna start a new war. And now, because yeah, this is why I'm telling it's in the wrong place, because once the war is over, you don't need to go back changing numbers in previous wars. So you this I'm going to. So I'm going to see my first war. Then automatically everything is set to that war value, so the value we saved or not, it's not saved, it's added to a list. Same for the second one. You see the value which is changing. The third one, and then the last one is the current war. And you see it's also doing it. Hold on, we're gonna do some gold is good. 50, 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna do the same for add and add. Well, that's good. So now we have some bigger numbers, and then I'm going to see if it's okay. I'm going to go to the characters. I'm going to go to buy. It's showing me the price in credit. It's showing me the price in gold. Okay, we got the price, or we have the money for. Let me say. So yeah, now we don't have the money, and here we have the money. So okay, it's good. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it on Germany for. I'm gonna call it font, and I'm gonna buy it with gold. Voila, there he is. Font. He's now second lieutenant, and okay. But in the previous testing, I found some things that are not really correct. So I need to go over everything again to see why it's not behaving like it should be. But yeah, so now fonts is we buy it. So normally then I'm gonna go on the German guy. He doesn't have any assault teams. He only have one deployment point or command point. To give you also an idea, when you not fill in anything or in the naming box, it will automatically take the default naming. But yeah, you can name it what you want. My German team, and then yeah, we have enough. Voila. That my German team. You see my German team, and here again you can upgrade them like the steps in the game. It shows you directly the pricing also. You can level them up. You see, now he's level 1, level 2, level 3, and for some you cannot reach level 3, so that are all the fine tunings I need to enter. So that is basically another if else statement or switch statement or something I need to put in there. But the overall is starting to get a yeah, the shape, and then yeah, the next thing will be saving all the data we need. So when you close when you go back and you exit the program and you start it again, you can say like load profile for example, and then it keeps the latest state of the application, and you can just start over by going characters, add a new one, modify. But yeah, modifying and stuff, that is only done one time, because yeah, you're not going to rename your characters or your assault team every time you start your game. So it's just a one-time action, let me say. But this will be basically a screen you will be having open a lot when you play the game. So this needs to be 100% yeah, 100% of the data we want uh, to be managed. So some want to have a micromanaging, so I think this is best set up for doing micromanaging, because yeah, you have only the three currencies, like maybe in saving on for example on the graphic that I want to put, that we can have maybe yeah, text with it. So now it's like store items byte in credits. So for example, we use this as the headings in the graphic, and this as the value from what we got here in yeah, in the line, and in the image, or how I need to say it is. And yeah, here you can see always which for now, but like I say, I need to modify this, or maybe I need to prepare the graphic on this one, and then yeah, when you first the first battle you play every day, you get like 4 gold from Rito. So that's this button. So when you click on it, you see 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. So you can add it also. I hope I'm not forgetting things. For example, okay, you can expand it. I earned like or I spend like on the ribbons or on that type of weapon or a tank, or but I think we can better do it overall in the beginning, and then later on when the program is really in a test version, we can start adding or fine-tuning more settings. But adding stuff is always easier than creating stuff, so yeah, that is basically doing what it needs to be done. Yeah, well, that's counting. Yeah, gold, do the same. Well, yep, this is what we got until now, so yeah. I'm gonna work now on the load and saving, so we can store the data and then work further on maybe having a separated port that is exporting it to XML file or something. But yeah, I will look that up how I'm going to do that. So this is it for this session. So leave a comment on the website. I'm going to add my website. Hold on, I'm gonna stop this guy for a second. I'm going to take this guy, then I'm going to one down. Voila, you can go general discussion, no development. I started this forum on our website, so yeah, the link to the YouTube channel, then a guide. I started also preparing a guide for the program, explaining the steps like you saw in the clip, and then yeah, here I do like a change log where I try to update what I'm doing, so you know when we have like an alpha version out or something, or maybe I'm going to also put a link later on in our website where you can download the application. But yeah, that was it for today. So you can leave comments on the website, or you can leave a comment on TeamSpeak. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.